Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. So today I've been making these little, I guess they're considered like keychains, but essentially they could be anything, right? Like they can be spine jewelry or anything that you want to hang off the side of your journal. But in reality, these are like little tiny keychains that I've been making, and I think that they would be really cute, either in a keychain form or in the form of spine jewelry. Here's a giant pom-pom, a little tassel, and this is that fabric that I told you that I picked up when I was at the Stamp and Scrapbooking Expo. So I just took a piece and stitched it together, and then I just smashed it in between this little closure right here. So I think I'm going to make another one just so you guys can see what I've been up to. I am actually in my I'm at my property out in Arizona. I'm in my van basically, and so my setup is a little bit different, so that's why everything's like really close and probably hard to see. I cannot zoom you out any further than you are right now, so just keep in mind that this is going to be a close working project. So here I have two pieces of that, I guess it's like faux leather. It has a foamy background kind of, but I am just going to stitch these two pieces together only because I cut it. So I shouldn't have cut it, right? So here is what it looks like when it's one long piece. I didn't have to cut it. I could have just stitched it around the top and sides, you know, and then just smash it together inside of that closure, and it would have been the exact same thing. But I went ahead and cut this piece, so I now need to stitch the whole thing together. In front of us, I have here my little mini sewing machine. It's by Singer. This is what it looks like. Okay, it's just a little mini sewing machine, and I've never really used it before this one. Alright, so a lot can go wrong when I'm stitching this together. As you can see, my lines aren't straight when I stitched on this side here. So yeah, anything can happen. A lot can go wrong. That's all I got to say about that. The other thing is that this right here is not a traditional sewing machine. I believe it's ran on batteries. I've never changed out the batteries. Don't even know where the batteries are. And yeah, so let's just do this. I don't even know how to change the batteries on this thing because there's no plug, right? I mean, there's a spot for a plug right here, but I don't have a plug for it. So anyway, let's just do what we can. The other thing is that this machine is extremely loud because it's not a traditional sewing machine, which I regret not bringing my my brother sewing machine out. But what I'll do is I'm going to stitch this, but I may just mute the noise. Besides that noise of the sewing machine, you may hear a generator running in the background. Sounds a little bit like maybe a lawnmower or something. So yeah, I have a generator running to run my camera and a lot of my gear. So yeah, this is how loud this machine's going to go. Okay, so I just want you to get a whiff of what's going to happen here. I don't think you guys can stand that. I can't stand it for you. So I will probably just mute the majority of this out or fast forward it. Alright, so just be aware. Okay guys, so this is what we are left with at this point. It's nicely stitched together. I just need to clean up some of the edges of the thread. And yeah, so a lot has happened this past week. I've arrived at the property, and Yes, I know there was not a video last week, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, it's just, you know, timing and, you know, getting to where I'm comfortable and set up again. And this is just some of what we're gonna have to deal with. I'm awkwardly positioned the camera in front of me, and we're just trying to make it work however we can. Okay, so here is the closure that I'm going to place on here, and it's just a matter of placing it in between this little clasp and then using these specialty pliers and squeezing it into position. So now it is a keychain. All right, so from here I can definitely use this as spine jewelry and then dangle a bunch of things either from this or use it to carry my book, my journals, but I will definitely be turning this into a keychain. So here I have all of the closures that I'll be using in making these, and I'm going to add maybe a little white pom-pom or maybe a burgundy pom-pom. This is an FSU, University of Florida, Florida State University design on this keychain. So I will probably add maybe a white pom-pom if I have one. There's one. And perhaps a, not pom-pom, this is a tassel. And then perhaps a white pom-pom right here, just as accents to this particular little doodad, right? So again, this can be used to, you can use it as a, you hang it into your journal just like you would any spine jewelry, and then use it as a book carrier, or you know, you can just stick your fingers in there and carry it around as a book. But yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing with this. Maybe I will use a wine colored tassel. Oh yeah, there's one, just for the sake of keeping it coordinated, because this tassel is kind of creamish. It's not actually white. So yeah, I'll just add this wine colored tassel to here. So yeah, you get to watch me struggle. This is I struggled with the first one, I'll struggle with this one, and I'll probably struggle with the next one until I find a much easier way to open up this section of the I guess it's like a jump ring, but it's more or less a keychain ring, you know. So yeah, don't try this at home, guys. This is very dangerous because it appears like this one is like totally stuck together. What in the barnacles? Why? I can't even get it open with my scissors. So again, all right, trials and tribulations of crafting, especially in small spaces. Gosh, yeah, it won't even open up, so I'll probably have to go about it a different way. Anyway, let me just show you guys what I have going on here as far as material. So again, this is the material that I cut up into 1-inch strips. Some are a little bit fatter than others. You can see the difference in between the two of them. When you get down to like the last inch or so, then you realize it's like, do I cut this in half, or do I cut a 1-inch strip and then end up with less than an inch strip? Okay, so this is what my package of faux leather looks like. I have a variety of colors and prints. Okay, so these are all gorgeous, by the way, like so pretty. And they'll all go really, I mean, just looking at this alone, they'll all go really well with any one of these connectors. So like here I have an antique bronze one that will go really well with this bronze and goldish print, you know. Here I have a rose gold one, which will go really well with this one. Like, I'm just looking at the stash that I have and figuring it out as we go. So that's all for that. Oh, look at this. I mean, you can't go wrong with this, right? Like, this just it just totally matches. Do you see what colors that is. I mean, I hope you guys can see. Anyway, so that's what I'll be doing. I'll be cutting these up into 1-inch strips. This is what it looks like. It's approximately 8 by, let's see. Yeah, it's approximately 8 by, I want to say maybe 12, maybe just under 12, 8 by 11 maybe. So again, we can make just really long, where are they? Okay, so I can make just a really long one, right? And it'll be this long. And you can then probably slip your wrist through there and carry your book around that way to make a, you know, a larger spined angle. Or we can use half of them and go this route and make smaller ones. Either way, they'll be super cute, I think. All right, so yeah, that's all I really wanted to share with you guys today. I know I haven't done many videos lately because of my travels, and as I set up in my space, I will probably be doing more videos. So last week there wasn't one, but I promise you that this week there will be one, and next week there will be one. So it's just a matter of me getting organized here in my space and creating stuff for y'all. So I think what I want to do next is probably play with some 6x6 paper. I'm probably just going to stitch all of these together and make little mini keychains like so. But yeah, this is what they will all end up looking like at the end. But I think next week we're gonna play with some 6x6 paper, simply because that's what I brought with me on my trip, and I think that's what's gonna fit here. Anything bigger than 6x6 may not fit in frame for y'all, so I just been cutting up some paper. Here, I'll show y'all what I've been doing. I've just been cutting up 6x6 or 12x12 paper into 6x6 sheets. So like this, for example, this is that purple collage paper that I picked up from what is it, Keep It Simple or Simple Village, Vintage, Simple Stories is what it's called. This is just their vintage, purple vintage paper or purple collage that I've been playing with. Here is the turquoise or teal collage. So yeah, I've just been cutting these up into 6x6. So yeah, I think next week we'll be playing with some paper that looks like that, and here's some music sheets that we'll be playing with, and some old newspaper. So keep that in mind. Come back next week. We will be playing with actual paper. Okay. All right, guys. I just want to tell y'all to stay naturally curious. Have a super static Saturday. Go do something wonderful. All right. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.